let's see if this works. See if you guys can hear me. I got a new setup this morning. Can you guys hear me? Turn that off. See if you guys can hear me. I got a new setup this morning. Check 1, 2, check 1. All right, so I've got a new setup this morning. Trying to hook up multiple monitors so that I can day trade easier. Right now I've got trying to run off just a couple monitors, but now I've got 5 set up. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody. One nice thing is that I can turn off YouTube on another monitor here and just go through Streamlabs. Morning, Liz, Ratish, Jasmine, Omar, Dan, Angie, Ricardo, Liz. What do we got? Robert. Good morning, everybody. All right, so this morning I do have the hero indicator working over here. This is the SPY feed. We'll be checking the SPY feed today, and well, there's a few things we'll do. We are going to check on the overall market health today. Now, I want you all to realize or make a note this morning that Spot Gamma is claiming, I think it's 4750. I think Spot Gamma is claiming that's support. So maybe adjust your charts today if you're trading. If you're going to day trade to the SPY today, you might want to adjust your charts so that, I think I've got mine set to 4750. I've got 476.39, 478.76, and 4800. So that should be the trading range today. I'll read it off one more time to you. 474.97. That's basically 4750. 476.39, 478.76, and then 480. And that's what I'm going to look at to be day trading. If I trade some SPY today, actively trade some SPY today. I've got 2, let me open up my brokerage here and see what I got going on. So I've got some SPY calls. And I've got some SPY puts. I've got some puts as a hedge. At the end of the day yesterday, in case we did experience some weakness now into Friday, as the time whittles away, as time moves on, I was wondering this morning, I think I asked somebody on Twitter earlier this morning if they thought that they would, if that traders would front run weakness in the market looking towards banks hedging on Friday or Thursday. I did have that concern. I was like, in some lucid moment this morning, I thought to myself, maybe they'll front run weakness. People will panic early, as everybody knows, right? That there should be some weakness between Friday and Monday. What do I have for puts? So the puts that I have are, I bought January 3rd, 460Ps. They were slightly down into the close last night. Not enough, not significant enough. I probably should have made them shorter dated, but I was I had just gotten home with my kids, and I was just wanted to throw something on just in case. And so we're just trading sideways in the SPY at this moment, right? You guys can see there was a bounce on the SPY. Turn this off. Sorry, I got some alarms going off just in case I don't get on here with you. I'm interested in Tesla this morning, in possibly trading Tesla today. You saw that bounce off of close to 1 or to 1120. That's where resistance was yesterday. Was at that 1120, and you can see this morning before we open up that it's moved down to 1100. The supply of sellers has moved down, so which is interesting. As you remember yesterday, the dip buy was at 1070 and 1080. And yesterday also the wall was really at 1120. So you can see that there's a press this morning. At the bell, you can see that there's a push down, right? They're going to try to, the shorts are going to try to make a move into this morning. So just be conscious of that as we open. Though the sellers and buyers are quite close to each other right now, it's illiquid still in pre-market. Pre-market really doesn't mean that much at this time, but you can see that there's a wall of sellers waiting for the bell on the open. Now, sometimes when I day trade the Tesla, I'll be looking for a day like today. It seems like the news is getting better for Tesla. So, and we are in somewhat of a of a bearish. The last 3 days, this slow move up, we could have a little bit of weakness here at the open. Now, if we did have weakness in the open, though, it's sort of like back when we day trade. I think we day traded this back on December 21st, or maybe it was back on. I think it was back on December 14th. We day traded it, and what happened was you saw people trying to cover shorts. So I'm hoping that this morning that there are some shorts that will try to push down Tesla briefly, and then flip bull and ride it up for 70 or 100 points. I don't know if that happens right away this morning. I mean, we might go straight up. You never can tell. You can see that buyers are stepping in right now. But if you see this big dip in Tesla this morning, it might open itself to a nice day trade. So I'm interested in day trading Tesla today. There's a bunch of great news out there for Tesla right now. And if there's panic amongst shorts, they will try to dump it. I know that they'll try to. So, and they did try to this morning. Once we came in, I think it was 4 a.m. they started, right? Yeah, right at 4 o'clock. We went straight up to resistance. They tried selling it down. I've seen this too many times that it reminds me of one of those days, right? You start out really strong in the morning, look like you're going to be weak at the open, you dump opening bell, and then in the first 15, 20 minutes, if you grab that bottom, you can make 70 to 90 points by midday, or 100 points or so. And we trail off a little bit, and then everybody panics, everybody bought the top. I don't know if that's going to happen this morning, but I'm watching for it to happen. So if it does happen this morning, I want to keep Tesla on the feed. There's just too much good news coming in right now. If you were a call seller right now, you would be doing two things, right? You'd be trying to dump Tesla with all this good news coming out. If you're a short seller, or if you're short the Tesla, you don't want it to go up. And as we head into Friday, previous years we've had very good Christmases or holiday rallies for Tesla. Sometimes they start after the first of the year. The shorts will win, but even when the shorts do win this week into the 3rd of January, it's still usually a very positive this time of year for Tesla. So you just have to find where you're buying in. Yesterday the buy-in was at 1080, 1070. We had some buyers at 1090 yesterday that bought the 1090 dip. It ended up dipping at 1080, 1070, and it's still up for buying yesterday at 1090. If anybody got it at 1090 yesterday. So I'm interested in Tesla to see what it's going to do this morning. And even if it doesn't, if we can't trade it, we won't trade it this morning. We'll watch it to see if we can trade it. If we can't trade it, though, we'll watch the flow this morning to see if any flow comes in that we can trade. And if let's say SPY trades sideways one more day, that I do want to let you guys know that the longer that we trade sideways on the SPY and the market in general, as we head into Friday, the market will grow weaker. So no matter, and that's true. So what'll happen is you'll either get a day or two of consolidation, a nice wedge will spring up, and if nothing takes place between now and Thursday, the risk becomes greater that we begin to look below. So be conscious of that. It's why I threw the hedge on yesterday. I didn't like the idea of the passage of time and SPY trading sideways. We do have the Hero indicator today. So we will, if we stay on the SPY or on Tesla for the entire day today, we should be able to figure out if anything's happening. If we see the Hero indicator going up the opposite direction, we'll take a look. This is kind of weird right here. You see this in pre-market. We really didn't see this yesterday. You see this nice band of support down here at 45. Well, we've got support right now at 47.676 on the SPY. But you see all these waiting buyers down below. My assumption is that the day traders want to buy this and run it up to 480 today. And we did have a lot of positive calls into close yesterday. We had the Qs, a lot of buyers of the Qs, a lot of buyers of SPY, plus individual tickers. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we've got some crazy interest. We have a 30% increase in options on Tesla. Tesla gang knows for sure that this time of year there's usually window dressing, right? We want some window dressing on Tesla before the 31st. You know that the banks are wrapped up in Tesla, that they're going to want to take some profit end of the year, and that's what everyone's banking on heading into the first. Does it happen now? Does it happen on the 31st? I don't know, but we're going to watch it today because it's going to be an interesting day for Tesla. Next couple days, I'm interested. I don't know if you guys are interested in Tesla, but I'm certainly interested in any of the tickers like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, anything that the banks are wrapped up in. It's end of the year. Are they gonna? I don't think that they're gonna sell out of those positions before the 31st. I think they want it to look good in their books. They might want to make other tickers look bad in their books for the tax loss harvesting. But when you look at a ticker like Apple, I'm finding it hard to believe that they're gonna want to dump Apple the day before the end of the year. Maybe anything's possible in this market. We all know this. But my thought process is you've had 3 days. We came up on Tesla. We came up on the 23rd, and then it's been consolidation on Tesla for 3 days. It's looked slightly bearish, but for 3 days of consolidation, for all of these option contracts that are being taken out, and a lot of them are outside of the money, and a lot of them are nicely dated into January, February. We've got some outside the money calls as well on Tesla that I'm interested in watching it. It could be a good day for Tesla. And there could be some short panic and some, just some general panic. Lends volatility to the stock. And SPY's looking the same way too. So, I mean, you got to figure SPY came up on the 27th, and it's been 2 days of consolidation. For SPY, it hasn't gone down. If we were to stay sideways, trade sideways into Thursday, Friday, I'd expect a down day. But if today, you've got 2 good days of consolidation, it's possible we could trade up to 480, maybe trade down into Friday. It's possible we could trade down right off the bell here, then come swooping back up on Friday too. So I don't know, I'm just interested to see where we're at today. I'm sure you guys are as well. Yeah, Tesla's got a bunch of different catalysts coming up. They've got positive catalysts coming up all next month into February, and you can see some of the news is turning positive on Tesla. And if you've been trading Tesla, or if you pay attention to Tesla every day, you know that if you trade it year round, you know that there's some expectation of movement here. You can see it in just the option chains that there's some expectation that we move. Maybe Sometimes, as you know, they'll burn a lot of these high interest calls and then they make the move after. So I'm not really concerned if it happens today or if it happens beginning of next week, but I'm going to expect some type of a move. And I want to catch that move when it happens. You guys all want to too, assuming as well. Let's look at the Tesla feed real quick, see if there's any interest building. And you can see down here, you can see buyers are starting to step up as we move into the last 5 minutes. Matter of fact, we just had an influx of buyers on Tesla. You guys are watching this. I'm interested in Tesla right now. Let me see, I've got Tastyworks up. I've got Flowago up. I want Twitter up too for the news, and I want News Squawk up. Treasury yields are rising. Yeah, the exercising of stocks is good news. You see buyers stepping in here already pre-market right now. There's got to be some panic and fear out there. If you're a short Tesla right now, it's not. I mean, we might still go down, but I wouldn't be taking a short on Tesla right now. I wouldn't be shorting it in any way, shape, or form. I don't short Tesla, but if I was shorting Tesla and you had the right conditions to short Tesla, other than what it looks like on a chart, I'm going to expect that shorts are going to try to F themselves at this moment. This is a critical point for Tesla. So what are we seeing on SPY here? So I just talked to you guys about SPY. If you want to day trade SPY today, I'm looking at day trade SPY from 4750 would be the BTFD. The buy the dip is 476.39, and you trade it up to 478.76 or 480. I would start to become bearish today on SPY if we traded below 4750. Not full bear, but that should be support today. And I would also be considering, if we stay range, the longer we stay range bound on SPY, the greater the chance that we trade down into Thursday and Friday on SPY. I was looking at Spot Gamma put out a dot plot this morning of where all the interest is on the SPY right now, and we're not really getting the traction. Right now it seems like we're not getting the traction that we want. We're getting traction on individual tickers in the market, but it seems like people are waiting for that JPM call or whatever GS is going to do, whatever the big banks are going to do and they haven't done what they're supposed to do yet. So everyone's waiting. It's big waiting game right now. It's like Mexican standoff. And that's fine. I can wait with them. You guys can wait with them. But I can't be bullish or bearish at this point. I think everybody wants to see what the big banks are doing for the next 3 months. What the plan is for the next 3 months. What do you guys think about that? You guys want to see the SPY feed real quick? You guys want to see the SPY feed when we open, or do you want to see the Tesla feed as we open? Because we'll look a little more granularly. Yeah, I just see buyers down here in the SPY. These buyers are just waiting to buy the dip and run it up. So the buyers right now on the dip buy are currently at 476.76. And they're moving up right now. You can see that these buyers moved straight up into this area here. Do you see this hero indicator down below here? See this purple line down below? This purple line is showing you if more calls or puts are being bought on the ticker or on the index. So this big swooping pattern right here, this big purple swooping pattern is showing you if we have more calls or more puts. And when the hero indicator is going up, when this hero indicator is going up, it's showing you if we have more calls, more puts, whatever. If you see the hero indicator stay up and the price of SPY is staying flat or down, it would indicate that the market is lying and that we're actually going to go up. All of these little rectangles that you see, or these diamonds, I guess, mountains, these are options. They're not equities. So you're actually looking at options being taken out on the market. And you can see that SPY is going up right now. Let me make these a little bit smaller so that you can see the bubbles for the equities underneath. Size of largest icon, make that 50. Smallest icon. There. Maybe that'll help you guys so you can see all the bubbles. And then you can see the options trades as well. So now you're watching equities and options. See this hero indicator going down. Keep your eyes posted on the right here, on the right-hand side. See how the hero indicator is you've got this purple glowing over here, and then you've got if the hero indicator is positive, it means that the options are positive right now. The options are winning, our calls are winning. And then the left-hand side here, you can see the equities being purchased, and you can see that we have more buyers than sellers in the SPY right at the open. And now we're going to switch briefly to Tesla. And as expected, you'll see Tesla, we've got way more sellers than we do have buyers right off the bell. You can see the hero cumulative is negative 1100. See how the hero indicator down here, I'll turn this one to, let me adjust this one too. $50. We'll change this to that magenta or whatever color. So it's the same across the board. Close. And I don't know why that hero color is not different. Let me check that again. Configure add-ons. Oh no. Icon, make this one green. Lime green. Buy, sell. Okay. Let me see if that works. Okay, we're back to green and red. But where is the line color? Sell icon, hero indicator. Where is the line color? Buy, sell, vertical. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Doing something wrong. Anyways. You can see weakness in Tesla at this point. You can see the hero indicator is down on Tesla. This is not positive right now. It doesn't really mean as much right now. It will mean a lot more as the hero indicator swings to this left here. But you see the difference in Tesla's price right now and SPY's price right now? And I just want to give you guys an update that MU has multiple call options coming out on it right now. So we'll look at MU. See what MU is doing. MU, there's multiple call options: 1231, 100, 318, 105, 1231, 95, 1231, 94. Do you see down here the hero indicator is super high right now? You see it's at the top of the bar up here. You see that the buyers are stupidly outnumbering. It's like 1.1 million buyers to 240,000 sellers on MU. So take a look at MU. And I would say that, yeah, the price target at MU is, well, it looks like they tagged 95, right? And bounced off above here. They destroyed some of the sellers up in here, but the ultimate target would be 100. So maybe wait for a dip on MU. It looks like the buyers are relentless here too, doesn't it? There's a small band of buyers down here at 93.24. If you can catch a dip on 93.24, that would be a gift. I'm going to get rid of that MU feed. You guys have all that information on MU? MU's cranking. It looks like buyers are stepping up here at 94.04. The next band is down below at 93.28. We can go deeper, see if there's a smart money anywhere down here. Some buyers down at 90, 89. It looks pretty aggressive. I think that might be a nice play right now, MU. Dip buyers stepping in on Tesla. Same place, 1075, 1085, 1090. Running it up. This looks like boiler room stuff to me on Tesla. This looks like straight boiler room stuff. NVIDIA has a bid this morning, 278,000 in calls. Right at 9:30, they've got 1231 at 310 and 315 and 320 calls for December 31st and January 7th. Facebook's catching a bid. Netflix, Walmart, Apple, Disney, VOD, and KO all have bids on them. Lots of puts coming in on DKNG and Donkey Kong. DraftKings. They've got puts. Man, they don't like. You know what's weird? Someone on CNBC was talking about one of the online betting sites either being shorted into the ground and closing, that they're losing money but nobody knows. Everyone was saying it was Penn National Gaming, but let's look at DKNG, the old DraftKings. There was some commentary that one of these online betting companies is going bankrupt and it's unknown right now. I'm telling you, like, DKNG is already down at 25 bucks. It's already been shorted into the ground and still has massive flow coming in against it. I wonder does anybody know anything about DKNG? Yeah, I'll show you SPY. This is nice action on SPY, by the way. SPY's going up. Just if anyone wants to know, you can see that the hero indicator is high. You can see that the equity buyers are through the roof on SPY. So we might get a print on the Tesla call, or on SPY calls this morning. I already gave you guys the buy the dip numbers and the sell the rip numbers on SPY, right? Your first resistance is going to be 478.76 and then 480. This is really nice action right here on the SPY. It's going to go up. Do you see how much more action there is today on SPY versus yesterday? What do I mean by boiler room stuff? So no, it's not pump and dump. So there are companies that you can get hired at. Oftentimes it's remote work now. You can actually do it from home. You can apply to these companies and work from home, but there used to be like office spaces where you'd have young traders, right? And they'd put them all in an office. You'd put 20, 30, 50 guys. Not like you see in movies. These are professional houses. And all they do is trade one or two tickers. They trade Apple all day long, or they trade Tesla all day long. And on slow days, it's easy. There are easy setups. You just day trade 5, 10, 20 minute, 40 minute setups on tickers, right? It's like if I'm only trading Apple, oftentimes when Apple doesn't have news to move it, if you trade Apple often, you can see the hand of, I guess you could call them professional traders, but they're just young traders out of college, out of finance school. They get interviewed, they're put through a training program, and then they find a system that works for them. And if they can paper trade and make money consistently, they're put on a specific stock, and that's all you do all day long. You just trade that one ticker all day long. And you'll notice it you'll notice those patterns inside of specific tickers. You'll notice them inside Apples and Amazons and Teslas, SPY. Same thing in SPY. Sometimes I make a lot more money on slow days on SPY than I do on days where SPY moves, because you can use classic setups, classic. I guess you call it classic charting setups can sometimes yield great results on the SPY or ES if you're just day trading on a nice slow moving day. Hold on one second here. See if I can get this Tesla feed up. You got nice supply on Tesla now. Still have heavy sellers on Tesla. Someone's saying that Nvidia is dumping out there. You guys watching Nvidia? NVDA. Oof. It's a nice dip on Nvidia. It's funny too. What were they saying on yesterday on CNBC? They were saying that you should buy Nvidia, right? That was what they said yesterday. Did you guys hear that? They were like, buy Nvidia. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that news from CNBC yesterday? They were like, buy semiconductors. They said, give up Tesla, don't buy Tesla, and buy semiconductors. And there's semiconductors just dumping. NDX. You guys keep your eyes on the NASDAQ right now. It's looking kind of bearish. We're going to take a look at the Qs real quick. I want to see if there's anything under the surface that we're not seeing. Or is this just a fake out? Be real careful in tech this morning. See what's happening. No, we're good. Tech's fine. Scratch that. So tech right now, NASDAQ looks very dumpy, right? On the surface it looks dumpy, but it doesn't look dumpy here on what I'm looking at. So that's interesting. It's like right now, if I was trading NASDAQ, if I was trading the Qs, I'd probably be buying some puts. And I don't want to be buying puts right now. This looks like more sideways shit. So like just if you guys look at the QQQs, right? Look at a five-day chart in the QQQs. It looks like it just wants to straight dump right here. It's showing buyers at 400. That makes sense. But then those buyers could disappear and you end up dumping to 396. I guess it does look kind of dumpy. I'm gonna snap some lines on 400 and see what happens. The Qs look like it's gonna dump down to 400, and it looks like those buyers might disappear down to 390. On here it says 398, but I'm betting that it's down at 396 is more legit. Nope, there's no support at 396. There's a little bit. 400 is looking like that's where it's at. So I snapped the line on 400. We'll see if they stick around or if they disappear. And this is the same thing. If you guys are watching right now, I mean, this is the same action as yesterday, right? You got buyers down here at 400. You got sellers above at 405. It doesn't look like a hell of a lot. Tesla just bounced off the 1080 buy zone down below here. Buyers didn't disappear. Same story. Buy at 1080, buy at 1070. There's no real sellers until you get to 1100. You got some stepping in. But you do have some negative flow coming in that's not showing up on flow algo. And you definitely have some sellers hiding above on Tesla. So I don't think Tesla's ready either. MU is cranking, by the way. I talked to you guys about MU. MU is just blasting off. It just ripped through the first resistance at 95. Well, we're going to take a look at MU. You guys watching MU out there? MU is just a straight shot to the moon. Let's look and see. It's a nice play. Hero indicator is off the charts on MU. Just want you guys to know that out there. So we looked at SPY, we looked at Tesla. Hero indicator is blasting off on MU. Your big resistance is at 100. We just bounced off 95. We're consuming sellers right now. You can see down below we've got almost 3 times the amount of buyers as sellers on MU. MU is worth watching still. It's up $2. We're gonna keep it on MU here for a minute. I might grab a trade here on MU. I'll post the call flow on Twitter right now for MU. So if any of you guys don't have that call flow, I'll show you what's out there. That flow came right in off the bell. Is there some news on MU that we don't know about? After a strong earnings release, Micron Technology stocks looks to extend its rally. All right, I guess so. I'd really like to see something better than that. Micron declares a 10-cent quarterly dividend. That was just 10 seconds ago. Some heavy flow into Micron. Yeah, Micron's just ripping right now. It's about to consume every single seller. Micron's straight ripping. You're looking to break through here 95.92 and 96.07. If you guys can break through 96.08 or so, it's clear skies to 97. Light resistance. Yeah, that's it. You got some resistance above at 97, but then it's light resistance. But you got almost clear skies to 100. So you guys want to let people know on Twitter or whatever you guys talk to out there. MU's looking strong, very strong. Strong to 100. Like you guys can see this, right? This is 3 times the number of buyers as sellers. The hero indicator is off the charts. My audio keeps breaking. Can you guys hear me right now? I'm gonna do a check, okay? Angie, tell me if you can hear me. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Big time chop. Damn it. Lots of buffering. God damn it. Sorry for swearing. Let's see if I can run this off of, hold on one second here. Let's see if you're still getting buffering. Can you guys hear me now or no? Jill Netto have to turn out today. You guys still, is it still buffering? It doesn't look like it's buffering from my side. Give me just a second here. It shouldn't be buffering any longer. Damien, I can see the live chats, but I gotta put a headset on, I think, so I can listen to my own voice. Yeah, so I'm in 100 calls on MU. Can you guys hear me right now or no? So that's weird. It's not lagging on my end. Are you sure it's still lagging right now at this moment? Let's see if I can reset this. 7, but then it's light resistance, but you got almost clear skies to 100. So you guys want to let people know on Twitter or whatever you guys talk to out there. MU's looking strong, very strong. Strong to 100. Like you guys can see this, right? This is 3 times the number of buyers as sellers. The hero indicator is off the charts. Can you guys hear me right now? We're gonna do another mic check right now. I want to see if you guys can hear me. This is my cursor going around. Does that look like it's lagging to you? Good morning, Joe. How are you? Are you guys getting lag right now? Tesla. Let's see if we can add. See if I can get you guys the Tesla feed up and running here. You see all this negative hero over here on the right-hand side on Tesla? Is it better? Okay, you guys can hear me now? So I had a bunch of monitors hooked up to one laptop. Wanted to see if that would work this morning, but you can tell that's not working. I had 4 monitors hooked up. I probably shouldn't have done that. So I unplugged a bunch of monitors, and I just have the one monitor with the bookmap feed. Right on. So I am in some. I don't know if you got if you guys were tracking or not. I'll revisit this. Okay. So MU. I'm gonna go over this one more time. Yeah, I'm having some issues. I'm having some issues myself right now, and I think I'm not sure if it's the feed, if it's the internet. I might be having some lag. I might be having some internet issues at the moment. And I think it might be my internet connection. I don't think it's my computer. I've got a banging computer. I think it has to do with the internet because you can see that my feed is slowing down as well here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off here and I'm going to call my internet service provider, find out what the fuck is going on. Sorry to swear. But I want to talk to you guys briefly about MU, okay? So I want to show you MU right now. MU's hero indicator is off the chain, okay? It's off the charts. The buyers are off the charts. You've got 3-to-1 buyers to sellers on MU. They announced a dividend, I guess. My expectation would be that we break through and drive towards 100 at this point. The 100 calls for, I think they were 40 cents or something a little bit ago. They're now 47 cents. So look into 100 Cs expiring on 12/31 on MU. Looks like you've got some resistance right where we're at. You've got a little bit more resistance at 97, but the price target is definitely 100 at this point. You guys seeing this down below here? And I got to call my internet service provider and find out what the F is going on. So let's talk about SPY real quick. I'm not sure if all of you guys have been tuned in since the beginning. So on the SPY, okay, this is the summation on the SPY, is that you've got the same consolidation on SPY. Your support is at 4750 and 476.39, and the sell the rip is 478.76 and 4800. The longer that consolidation takes place on the SPY, the weaker it'll become. So if we become, let's say we don't trade up from now into Thursday, Friday, you'll see weakness heading into Friday. So you guys should have all that for SPY. Individual tickers that are moving this morning. The first one you should be looking at is MU, Micron. XLF, look at XLF for 122.40C. XLF just had 4 orders come in for January 21st. Damn it. All right. Hang tight here. Yeah, see, this is really weird. I just had a Tesla call come in for 1231 for 1100 C, but it's weird because you've got a $500,000 bet on 1100 C for Tesla. Yet, if Tesla doesn't expand with calls above 1100 and on farther out dates, like you need calls for like 1200, 1300, 1500. And all these calls that I'm seeing are within the upper call. So if all the calls are coming in at 1100, you're not going to get a push on Tesla, which is what we need. We need calls that are outside the money. We're up at 1075 now on Tesla, but still, I mean, you want to be watching. You want to be watching calls on Tesla that are way not in the money. You want them outside the money, and I'm not seeing those calls right now in Tesla. So I'm not sure I would even be buying the dip in the money unless you're seeing more calls coming out on outside the money and farther dated out. And we're just not seeing that. All I'm seeing right now on the SPY, on IWM, on the Qs, on big tickers is a whole bunch of people buying in the money calls that are dated for the 31st. And those calls will end up dying. So you're being sold calls that are in the money that aren't going to produce anything. And it's because people are uncertain as to what's going to take place leading up to the hedging on Friday and then Monday. So what does that produce? Is it produces a pinned market that doesn't move. And what'll happen as we lead into Thursday, Friday is panic. You'll see people saying my calls aren't moving. They'll begin to sell their calls, and the market will start to trail down, looking below for support. So it's kind of concerning. It's somewhat concerning. You can see the Tesla hero indicator is going up because this is considered a bottom here at 1070. But I'd still be concerned here with Tesla. I'd be concerned with not the entire market, but I'd be concerned with, I'd be trading individual tickers at this point with actual excitement and flow in them. You've got everybody, this is the interconnected thing we were talking about the other day, where we were saying if everybody's trading Apple and everybody's trading Tesla, and everybody's trading the same tickers, the same ETFs. And if everybody knows that there could be weakness on Friday, and everybody knows that we should only go to 4,800, then no one's going to be buying 490 calls, 500 calls. You have all these people out there saying we can't go to 500, and then you've got everybody waiting on JPM heading into Friday. What ends up happening is everyone's buying the same calls, everyone's buying the same tickers, and they're all in the money, and so we get no movement. And I'm looking at the flow right now in Flow Algo, and there's some great flow on other tickers, like XLF has some great flow, MU has some great flow, NVIDIA has buy the dippers, but it's nothing big. Walmart's got some interesting flow, but Walmart moves kind of slow. ASO has some flow on it, but again, you're talking about if everybody's buying calls for 478 and 480, we bought those like a week or two ago. So are they being unloaded on unsuspecting bulls, right? That think they're smarter than everybody else. So the concern at this point would be that we'll trade sideways into Friday, and then panic will ensue. You'll have front running of bulls saying, you know what, I'm just going to get out, and you'll have a slow drift down into Friday. Do any of you guys think that they think we're on the right track with that, or no? No, see, you know what we're gonna have to do, Chase. When you ask these questions, you need to log off YouTube, go back and watch just last night's video on what consolidation means, what consolidation patterns are, or you need to do your own search on YouTube at this point as to what consolidation is, because it's a very basic understanding. It's very straightforward. When you consolidate, when you trade sideways, you have short consolidation periods. They can last anywhere from 1 to, let's say, 3-5 days, and they're usually waiting for news or for a direction in the market, right? When you consolidate, the longer that it takes to consolidate, the more chances are that you trade lower. Does that make sense? So if you're consolidating for a brief period of time, you start to drift down, but it's usually not that deep. But as time passes, the consolidation will turn into a downward movement. Does everybody understand that concept? I feel like I'm explaining the same concepts over and over. I don't think that everybody understands what consolidation means or the impact of consolidation over time, or what looking above and looking below means, and then going the other direction. So if you're consolidating over a 15-minute period, right, you'll have a slight drop in a stock price, let's say, and then it'll move on higher, right? If in that consolidation phase you don't see volume, well, it's low volume and then it kicks in, you'll go higher, right? If you begin to consolidate for longer periods of time, if you consolidate for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, right, it'll start to trail down. Does that make sense? Until you find actual support. I don't think all of you guys understand what consolidation is. So did it just rip off that pin? Let's put SPY back up. Get rid of Tesla. I think I gotta write this stuff out for people. So when you consolidate, so let's look at SPY real quick. If you guys open up on your own charts, open up a 5-day chart, right? Do you guys do all of you have support and resistance lines to trade the SPY? I think we put out some numbers this morning. We put out 4750, 47. What was this one that I put out? 47638, 478.76, and then 4800. Right? And if you were to look at a 5-day chart on SPY, we came up on the 27th. Then you have the 28th, and today's the 29th. When you come up and you do not automatically reject, you are looking for then what would happen would be a consolidation phase, right? Where you're absorbing sellers. You're looking for support to step in to make your next move up. You'd want to see rejection 1 to 3 times. If you don't break through on your third attempt, we'd look below. Does that make sense? And if you consolidate for too long, you tend to trade down over time. And then you've got, as we move forward into Friday, we're looking for buyers to step in with options contracts that are higher than in the money, above 480, and not all expiring on Friday. Does that make sense to everybody out there? You guys all tracking this? Yeah, it does make sense to some of you guys. So my point to you out there is that if you're looking at the market so we've got runway, right? The runway began on Monday on the week, the trading week. And you've got everybody that knows that there can be weakness on Friday into Monday. You've got everybody that knows that we can't go above 4,800. So everyone's buying inside the money or in the money calls. All these calls, though, we purchased a week or two ago. Remember when we bought all these calls? We printed all this money in these calls. And now they're being sold to top buyers. When these top buyers shouldn't be buying 478s and 480s. They should be buying 490s, 5,000s, expanding the call wall above. But the flow is not coming in. Even this morning, the flow is not coming in on the SPY. It's not coming in on Tesla above. You need to have people believing we're going higher for the market to move higher. So if you don't see that call flow coming in, you end up trading sideways. And when you're trading sideways with no call flow coming in, what will happen is all of these calls will expire worthless on Friday. I guess my SPY my SPY puts are probably printing, right? Should I look and see? Hold on here. Nope, they're not printing. My SPY puts are they're down 5% yesterday, or no they're down. So it says 1% today, I think. But my SPY calls aren't. My SPY puts aren't doing well at all. So everybody's screaming, dumping this and dumping that. So my SPY hedge still isn't printing. So there's still no movement. Anyone that's claiming there's movement right now, my SPY puts are not printing. So I don't know what anyone's talking about. The moon is falling. All this is right now is just sideways movement. You guys all have to understand that. This is all this is right now. Just sideways movement. There's no doom and gloom. Known support is at 47.50 on the SPY. You'd be looking for some movement if we break through there. But it's pretty boring right now. There really isn't much happening in the market. And there is some concern on Tesla. You know, if you're not seeing Tesla calls coming out that are much higher, you're not going to see you're not going to see movement in Tesla. And there is some switching right now to puts on flow algo. I'm seeing some Apple and SPY puts, BB, BY, INTC, QQQs. I see some pins calls. Pins 1231.36 calls. So if you're looking at, hopefully my SPY puts will print, the hedge will print. So we're already at Wednesday, right? So you have Monday, Tuesday, we're in Wednesday. You're not seeing any call flow in the past 3 days that's outside the money. There's nothing above there's no calls above 480 on the SPY. You've got no outside the money calls on Tesla, no outside the money calls on Apple. You've got everyone's playing this safe trade into Friday, top buying, thinking they're going to get rich, when in reality, if you can't get people thinking we're going to go higher through New Year's and into the third, what'll happen is the market will just trade sideways. They'll say thank you for playing, and we might trade down into Friday, and then you'd see a new week ahead. You'd see people waiting for JPM to tell you which way the market is going by their caller. And if you really wanted to, I guess you could play some butterflies into. Well, you can't play it. Well, yeah, you can play a butterfly for today that expires today. You could play a condor as well on the SPY. That would probably print pretty well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look at a condor, see if I can get a butterfly to trade today. If I can get it, I don't know if I can get in one on a 0 date, or even on Friday if I can get in one. Trade. All I could do is just trade a butterfly and be done. Yeah, for iron condors right now, 472, 473, and a 480, 481 is $62, and it pays 38 for an expiry of the 31st. You probably wouldn't want. There's better times of the day to buy them. Like the opening of the day is probably the best time to buy this. But if you close it before the close on Friday, you might be able to capture 20%, 30% on it. I'd be afraid of a sell-off into Friday close. But the spread's so wide, you're talking, you'd be in the money as long as we didn't trade below 473, 472 something. Or trade above 480. And the way the call and put structure is right now, in the market, it seems like everybody seems to know where we're going. No one's willing to put any risk on the market going up, and no one's willing to put any risk on the market going down. If any of you guys have flow algo, you can see that there are some tickers with 2022 calls, like individual stuff. But if you're looking at all the popular tickers like NEO, you got 1231, 28 call, 28 Cs. Like, I don't think those are going anywhere. Anything that's expiring on the 31st, if it's in the money, I'm struggling to see it print. I'm gonna bet that the Theta Gang is gonna take all of the FOMO buyers' money. Well, you know what? Trying to think of where did I call Hood at Did I call Hood at? I think I asked once. Would you like to see Hood at? I need to look up what I trading view. I charted out Hood not too long ago, and I hope I didn't get rid of it. How deep I thought Hood would go. Oh, look at that. I did chart it out. Nice. I did chart out Hood. Makes you wonder if Robinhood's going to go bankrupt. They're trading down. So my bottom on Robinhood, my buy zone on Robinhood, I had at $10, and my buy the dip level is at $14.98, and it's now down to $16.85. So we're getting close to my buy the dip on Hood. It just broke through. It's heading into. Any guys looking at Hood right now? Let me check that back on you guys on YouTube. Is Mayhem here? Okay, so you guys want to look at some stuff? Let's look at some stuff. We'll look at SPY. You guys are all panicking on SPY. Then we'll look at Tesla again. And we have more buyers than sellers still on SPY, right? Just consuming buyers on the SPY. I'm in some calls for MU to 100. And you guys want to see Tesla again. So we'll look at Tesla. It's going to take just a second for all this to come in. It's going to be just a minute here. Are my SPY puts printing? So I charted Hood out recently. I made a post on, I either made a video on Hood or I made a post on Hood. And I think I posed the question, does Hood trade down to 10 bucks? I think I asked if anyone believed that it would. It just ricocheted. Hood just ricocheted off 1668. It's my buy zone on Hood is like 15 bucks. So I don't know if we actually trade down to that 15, but I have to admit, even though I hate Robinhood more with a passion, it is starting to look juicy. It is starting to look juicy now. I never thought I'd say that about Robinhood. I still want it at 10 bucks. Because you guys know that when they IPO'd Robinhood, they were probably selling their first tier Robinhood stock owners at like $5, and at like $6 and $7 and $8 and $9. And they're probably all still like under an agreement not to sell. You know that Robinhood, it was some kind of nasty, dirty IPO program. Or maybe there's some news that we don't know. I mean, personally, I'd like to see it trade down to like $1. But I am getting greedy down here. My I'm happy with owning Robinhood price is $10. And my buy the dip price is 15. And we're at 16.91. I might have to buy some Robinhood. We're coming close to me buying some Robinhood. Any of you out there thinking about buying Robinhood right now? I know it's such a shit stock to own, but I think it'll print in a couple of years. Fucking Robinhood. What a dumpster fire. Yeah, my puts aren't printing on the SPY. If if I'm gonna guess about that, if I'm gonna guess about the market overall right now, is that there's okay. So you got to think about the market. You got to think about like trading week as like a runway. You got a plane, and you're trying to take off or you're trying to land, right? And this week the runway is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You've got everybody that knows that we're not going over 480. You've probably got bears out there that are thinking that there's not enough runway, so eventually it's going to sell off into Friday. You've got bulls that know to expect the JPM collar trade, GSOs. You can see the collars coming in. You can see the hedging coming in the market. There was some earlier hedging this week for 435. It was from a smaller bank, but they're expecting the big banks to come out with their stuff on Thursday, Friday. We're already on Wednesday right now. There's no outside the money calls coming in on anything that everybody trades past December 31st. So everybody's like, oh, I'm going to buy an inside the money dip buy on the Tesla right now, or on Apple right now, or an Nvidia right now, or whatever. And so because you don't have that breadth, right? You don't have that breadth in the market. Everything that everybody's buying right now is just stuff that we bought last week. So they're buying our calls back from us, I guess. So what does that mean for us? It means that you should probably be trading iron condors, butterflies into Friday, or you should have been trading them on Monday or even yesterday for an expiration of today. And what'll happen is this: is let's say if we had a bid in the market, we would go up this week and probably sell off into Thursday, Friday. But due to everyone and their sister knowing where the levels are, my assumption is that we'll just get front run with sellers. You'll just get a panic that'll start earlier than Friday. It'll probably begin at some point later today into Thursday, Friday. And that would mean that you've got too many calls to sell to get rid of. I can look at the options chain right now. I bet if I look at the call structure for SPY, it's stupid. Yeah, you've got 91,478 C's for today. For Thursday, you've got 50,480 C's. It's kind of funny, to be honest. You've got flow algo is not really showing much. It's just everything's in the money. Everything expires this week. There's some nice January 21st American Airlines AAL puts at 18. FUTU has some January 21st 30p. Oh, that's kind of small. That's too small for me to trade. Everything's 1231, and like so all the big tickers that you guys like, that I like to trade, it's all December 31st stuff. So what you end up getting is you become range bound. Into Friday, and the market makers, the dealers, they're gonna murder all these calls into Friday. Let's check out what you guys are saying on YouTube. Trends we exactly met resistance to downtrend levels. You're smarting the Robinhood name. Shame to buy. Juicy Hood, Juicy Turd. What up, homie? Hey, Markets and Mayhem, how are you? So Markets and Mayhem, hopefully you can hear all of this. Good to see you in the feed. So hey, buddy, this morning this is what we're watching. We've been watching. So we're watching MU this morning. It had some early movement. There really wasn't much resistance above. You can see that the bulls are consuming each other out here. There's no there's no bid in the market to go any higher than directed at specific tickers. So you're not seeing other than individual tickers and some bid coming into tickers into next year. When you look at the indexes, the indexes and the big tickers, everybody's buying in the money calls that expire Friday, which, as you know, offers no expansion to the market. And no one's buying puts either. So there's no put buying, and there's just call buying in the money. I freaking love you guys. Good to see you, mate. Markets and Mayhem. Yeah, so I've got the Tesla feed up for you right now. You guys should be concerned on this hero indicator. Do you guys see this hero indicator? It's at minus 10,540. That's pretty negative on Tesla. Okay? It needs to be much higher than this. And you still have substantial sell